Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to bring you Game 2 of our forgotten rivalry matchup, the 1966 Los Angeles Dodgers and the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Game 1 was a Dodger victory, and now that you know that, it is up on the channel if you'd like to watch it if you have not. So let's get to the starting lineups and play some baseball using Out of the Park Baseball 20. It is on sale for $4.99, folks. $4.99. Absolutely marvelous game. You get every season known to man. I highly recommend Out of the Park Baseball 20. You can play it straight up or mythical matchups or take control of your favorite team or fictional leagues, whatever you want to do. But this is Game 2 of our mythical matchup, 66 Dodgers, 75 Reds. I will be managing, once again, the 66 Dodgers and the sim engine of Out of the Park Baseball 20, the 1975 Reds. So our starting lineup for the Dodgers, Maury Wills is at shortstop, followed by Willie Davis. He'll bat second. He's in center field. Jimmy Lefevre bats third. He's at second base. The cleanup hitter is Lou B. Johnson. He's in right field. Wes Parker plays first, bats fifth. Tommy Davis will bat sixth. He'll play left field. We'll continue with our experiment of Ron Fairley at third base. He had 2 hits in Game 1. He'll bat seventh and man the hot corner. We were lucky. Nothing got hit to him in Game 1. And then we replaced him with Schofield once we had the lead. Johnny Roseboro will do the catching. He'll bat eighth. Don Drysdale, who was on the Brady Bunch, an episode, will bat ninth and do the pitching for the 66 Dodgers. For the 1975 Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose will lead things off and play third base, followed by Little Joe Morgan. He'll bat second and play second. Johnny Bench will do the catching and bat third. Tony Perez will play first. He's in the cleanup spot. Speak softly, carry a loud boomstick. George Foster's in left field. Ken Griffey Sr.'s in right field. He'll bat sixth. The smooth fielding Davey Concepcion's at shortstop, batting seventh. Cesar Geronimo mans center field for the Reds, will bat eighth. And Gary Nolan is up on the bump. He will bat ninth and do the pitching. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Larry Harris is at the ballpark. Hope all is well. And let's hit start game, and let's make sure we have game sound. And we have game sound. At least I hear game sound. Hopefully you hear game sound. Larry Harris says, love Don Drysdale as a baseball broadcaster. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. So, on the mound for the Reds, Gary Nolan. In 1975, Nolan was 15-9 with a 3.16. Bench behind the plate, he's excellent. Perez, Morgan, Concepcion, all outstanding. Rose below average at third. Foster, excellent range in left with a good arm. In center, Cesar Geronimo, good range, good arm. Ken Griffey Jr., below average range, average arm in right. Senior, excuse me. And here's Maury Wills. Wills is batting .400 so far. Only one game in this best of 7. He was 2 for 5. Very good contact hitter. Not much power. He will chase on occasion. Nolan throws strikes. Oh, nuts. Why did it not switch? All right, back to options. Game options. There we go. And now I'm managing the Dodgers. Here we go. All right. Maury Wills will swing away. Nolan's ready to work. He fires one up to Maury Wills. 1-2 count. Wills in the hole. Here's the pitch homeward bound at some moment in time. And that's a shot ripped deep and gone! run! Holy cow! Maury Wills on the 1-2 offering crushes that ball to right. My God, these Dodgers have eaten their Wheaties. Tommy Davis had the huge home run in the first inning in Game 1, and Maury Wills hits that 380 down the right field line. There must have been a hurricane gust wind there. Holy cow. It seems that God is a 66 Dodgers fan. Let's watch that unbelievable, majestic blast one more time. Wow. To the moon, Alice. That was a bippity-boppity boom for Maury Wills. Boom goes the ball, and Maury Wills touches them all. Here it is. Hanging curveball, and he crushed that to right. You can see Griffey gives chase, and he's in shock as he gets to the wall, looks up, and you can kiss that one goodbye. 1-0, the leadoff homer by Maury Wills. I'm in shock. The stadium's in shock. The viewers are in shock. The Boo Birds come out already for the Reds. And here comes Willie Davis. Davis is batting .500. He's 2 for 4. Nolan's got to get this out of his head now. Bench pounds the mitt, sets the target. The pitch to the left-handed batting Willie Davis. Excellent contact hitter. Davis is going to swing at the first Gary Nolan offering. Ground ball to Morgan at second. He throws low to first, and Perez picks it out of the dirt. As the Reds fans cheer that effort by Tony Perez. That averted disaster. 1 out. No one on. 1-0 Dodgers. On the leadoff homer by Maury Wills. And here comes Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre is 1 for 5 with a ribby. Again, excellent contact, good power, good eye. Left-handed batter. He's a pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal for the Reds. Nolan rocks and deals to Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre swings at the first offering. And he punches that ball the opposite way, and that's a single. So the pitch was on the outside corner, and Lefevre just reached out and touched it. A 1-out single for Jimmy Lefevre. Perez will hold him on. He's not a base-stealing threat. And here comes Lou B. Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 5 with a ribby. Right-handed normal hitter. Again, very good contact, solid power, but he will chase. Nolan peeks to first. Now picks up the sign from bench behind the plate. The windup and the pitch to Lou B. Johnson. 0-2 Johnson in the hole. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 2. Breaking ball down and in. So 2 outs. Lefevre will be off on contact. And here's Wes Parker, the first baseman. He struggled in Game 1. He was 0 for 5. Left-handed batter. Good contact. Average power, excellent eye. Nolan nods his head, arms down to his chest. The leg kick and the pitch to Wes Parker. Parker in the hole, 0-2. Ground ball, Morgan, right side. Throws to Perez, and the side is retired. But the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead on the Maury Wills epic blast. Due up for the Reds, Rose, Morgan, and bench. On the mound, Don Drysdale. In 1966, well, not a bueno year. 13 wins, 16 losses, and a 3.42 ERA. He struck out 177, walked 45. Johnny Roseboro behind the plate. Solid, good catcher. Parker's a 7 at first. Lefevre's a 7 at second, and Maury Wills, the man who hit the leadoff homer, is an 8 at short. Ron Fairley, our Ron Fairley experiment at third continues. We want to get an extra bat in that lineup as opposed to an automatic out at third. He had 2 hits in Game 1. Again, if we have a lead, we will take him out. Tommy Davis is in left. He had the 3-run homer in Game 1. Below average range, average arm. Willie Davis, excellent range in center with an average arm. And Lou B. Johnson, a 5-5 for range and arm in right. So here's Pete Rose. Rose, 1 for 3 so far. Tremendous contact hitter, excellent eye. Switch hitter batting lefty. Drysdale is ready. He deals to Rose. 1-0 count. Charlie Hustle will swing the stick. Shot past Parker into right field. So Rose, and I shall be back in a moment. At the ballpark, we have Mr. John St. Baptiste. Happy New Year to a good friend. Have to have him on once we start doing chats with Al once again. We'll be back in about a couple of minutes. I'm helping out my father. So, just had a moment to come back and say I appreciate everyone who's still waiting. And if you're here when I come back, that's even better. So, it'll be about a couple of minutes, possibly slightly longer. If you're just joining us, Maury Wills had a leadoff homer for the Dodgers. And it's 1-0 as we're in the bottom of the first. Pete Rose is at first. And Joe Morgan is at the plate. So we'll be back shortly. Thank you for your patience. Greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching this later, on demand, just fast forward till you hear my lovely vocals once again. Happy New Year. God bless. And we are back. Oh my God, 6 people still here. God bless you. 7 likes. Awesome sauce. I got it with thumbs down on the last one. Must have been a Reds fan. I like the Reds. I don't dislike them. I'm just managing the Dodgers. Jack Dawson, check out that great channel along with John St. Baptiste at the ballpark and Larry Harris. All right, so here we go. 1-0 Dodgers. Rose at first. Little Joe Morgan at the plate. He was 0 for 5 with a ribby in game 1. Here's the pitch to Morgan. And we're going to play double play depth. Drysdale kicks and fires to Morgan. 0-2 count. That ball is launched deep center field. Davis on the run, and it's off the wall. He just missed a go-ahead homer. And that is a double. They hold Rose at third. Holy cow, did he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. That will make Mr. John St. Baptiste very happy. Let's watch that over. It was almost a 2-1 game. Instead, it's still 1-0, but it's second and third, no outs. The Reds are threatening. And little Joe Morgan crushed this ball to center as he moshed that fastball. He just missed a go-ahead homer by 6 inches, it looked like. So Drysdale is being roughed up, and here comes Johnny Bench. The task does not get any easier. Bench was 1 for 5 in game 1. When the Reds failed to rally in the 9th, they made it close, though. Bench, right-handed pull hitter. We're going to shift left in the infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Bench has an excellent eye. We're going to go pitch around here, though. Let's see if we get Bench to expand the zone. 1-1 count. Bench is going to swing the lumber. Ground ball into the shift. They'll go to first. Low throw picked by Parker. The tying run does score. It is 1-1 an RBI to Johnny Bench. So Drysdale, we went a little more, let's see if we can get him to chase a bit. Now they go ahead running Joe Morgan. Excellent speed at third. Here's Tony Perez. Perez was 0 for 4. Here's the pitch around to TP. So we're trying to hit the inside or outside black of the plate. And that's a fly ball left center field on the run. Making the catch. Here's the throw to the plate. They're going to, oh, he cut it off. Oh, boy. I thought they were going to let that go through and hit that AstroTurf. But Morgan scores on the sac fly. Tommy Davis, I thought he lined himself up quite well, but Maury Wills cut it, so Roseboro must not like the angle of the throw coming in. Let's watch that again. Holy cow, I thought they had a good shot at Morgan. Here's the fly ball. Left center field. You can see Tommy Davis ranging over there. He turns his body, starts coming forward, and here's the throw, and it's cut. I think that's a bad call by Roseboro. I think you should have let that ball go through. But instead, it's 2 outs, 2-1 Cincinnati. They answer quite quickly to the Dodgers. Solo shot by the unexpected one, Maury Wills. And here comes George Foster. Foster was 1 for 4 in game 1. And now Drysdale once again going to try to work inside, outside, hit the black of the plate. He rocks and deals on the pitch around to Foster. 0-1. Foster, hard ground ball to short. Wills fires to first, and the side is retired. So Drysdale settles in after a very shaky start, but the Reds take the lead 2-1 to the joy of Mr. John St. Baptiste. Due up for the Dodgers, Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Johnny Roseboro. I don't know why he had that ball cut. I don't know. But here's Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis was 3 for 3 with a 3-run homer in game 1. Let's see if there's some more Tommy Davis magic. Nolan readies himself. The pitch homeward bound. 2-2 count to Tommy Davis. And ground ball to Concepcion at short. He ranges to his right. Throws to first. 1 away. Nice play by Davey Concepcion. Plays the turf quite well. And here's Ron Fairley, the third base experiment. He was 2 for 3 with a ribby. Fairley does have some pop in his bat. Left-handed stick. Infield, outfield. Infield normal. Outfield shift to the left. So they think that Fairley's going to try to punch the ball the other way. They shifted left in the outfield, which is quite strange. He awaits the Nolan offering. Pitch homeward bound. He's going to swing at the first pitch. And Fairley, and he does go the other way. And what a catch by Davey Concepcion in foul territory. Holy cow. as he was eyeing that left field line, and Davy Concepcion was like on a jetpack. And he makes the catch. 2 down, no one on. Let's watch. That is a web gem, folks. That's triple gold stars there. Here's the replay of what. Oh, look how far Concepcion goes, as Fairley bidding to punch that ball down the left field line. And Davy Concepcion, my God, what a play. Tremendous applause from the Reds fans here at Riverfront Stadium. So 2 outs, base is empty for Johnny Roseboro. And he's going to regret yelling cut for that ball when Wills cut it off. I thought they had a good shot at Morgan at the plate, especially with the AstroTurf. The ball picks up speed. Roseboro was 0 for 4. On deck, the pitcher, Don Drysdale. He's a good hitting pitcher. Roseboro's a left-handed batter. Nolan nods his head. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Roseboro. 1-2 count. Roseboro in the hole. Ground ball up the middle. Morgan backhands it, fires to first, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1, 75 Reds over the 66 Dodgers. Drysdale back up on the bump. He will face Griffey, Concepcion, and Geronimo. If anyone gets on, the pitcher, Gary Nolan. Ken Griffey, senior, 0 for 3. Again, Drysdale. He's gonna challenge him a bit. Roseboro sets a target. The pitch to Griffey. Full count to Griffey. Swing and a miss! Oh, that ball tailed away. And Griffey swung at it. 1 down. Here's Davy Concepcion. He was 2 for 4 in Game 1 with a ribby. And you just saw his outstanding defense at work. Right-handed batter. Good contact, poor power, and he will chase. Here's the pitch around. 0-2 count. He's in the hole. Swing and a miss! Down and away. So 2 up, 2 down via the K. And that will bring up Cesar Geronimo. Nolan on deck. Geronimo was 3 for 4 with a ribby in Game 1. Dodgers took Game 1 6-4. Had a brief lead, 1-0 on a Maury Wills leadoff homer. And then the Cincinnati struck for 2 in the bottom of the first. Drysdale rocks and fires. 1-2 count to Cesar Geronimo, looking to strike out the side. And he does! He gets him looking with the slider on the outside corner. Great job by Roseboro to frame it. 3 up, 3 down via the K. And that's the Don Drysdale of old. Todd B is at the ballpark. Hope all is well. The Dodgers won Game 1 6-4. And our good friend, What's Blazing in Sports, check out that great boxing channel for all your pugilistic needs and much, much more. Drysdale will lead things off here in the top of the third for the 66 Dodgers. Then Maury Wills, who hit the homer, and Willie Davis. Nolan deals to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. Full count to Drysdale. He's battling Nolan. And he goes down looking. He didn't like that call. He thought it was low, but it's strike 3. Top of the order, Maury Wills had that leadoff homer. He's now 3 for 6 with a homer and a ribby, batting .500. The pitch to home run power, Maury Wills. Full count to Maury Wills. Will Nolan challenge him? He does, and Maury Wills goes the other way. He's 2 for 2, the speedster. Definitely a base-stealing threat. As that was a fastball. He just punched it the other way. So Maury Wills, you can see he's a 9-speed, 8 stealing ability. Perez will hold him on. And here's Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 1 today. And there's the hit and run. There goes Maury Wills. And that's a base hit down the right field line. Wills hits second and will head to third. Runners on the corners. Great job of hitting by Willie Davis. So here come the Dodgers looking to tie it up and possibly take the lead. And here's Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre's 1 for 1. He wants a deep fly ball here. Tremendous speed at third in Maury Wills. Willie Davis, no slouch at first. I'd like to go hit and run just to put everybody in motion, but I'm sensing a line drive double play. Here's the pitch to Lefevre. 2-2 count. Lefevre sends that ball shallow left. Foster coming in. He makes the catch. He fires towards the plate. It's cut off as Wills bluffs. So a good job by Nolan, as Lefevre was a little anxious, and that was a shallow fly ball to left. Now it's going to take a base hit, an error, or a wild pitch, or a balk to score Maury Wills. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Lou B. Johnson. He's 0 for 1. Johnson digs in, ready to grip and rip. Right-handed normal hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal for the Reds. Nolan nods his head. Bench sets a target. The pitch to Johnson. 0-1 to Johnson. Oh, he hit him! He hit him! He came too far inside. I definitely don't think that was intentional. So the bases are juiced, and here's Wes Parker. Parker is 0 for 6, 0 for 1 today in 2 games so far. Well, less than 2 games. So can Parker go bippity-boppity-boom to the moon, Alice? We shall see. Tying run at third in Wills. Great speed. Willie Davis, the go-ahead run at second. Very good speed. And Lou B. Johnson, good speed at first. Here's the pitch to Parker. 0-1. Parker swings a stick. Base hit up the middle. Wills scores. Davis! Davis! The ball is shallow. Davis is a fast runner. Cesar Geronimo has a great arm. They're going to send him. They're going to send him. And he scores! Unfortunately, the video didn't show us. Every once in a while, out of the ballpark does not show the video. So they rolled the dice, and they came up winners. It's 3-2 on the 2-out single by Wes Parker. And just like that, the 66 Dodgers retake the lead. They've eaten their Wheaties so far in this series. Not known for their offense. And Johnson's at second. Parker's at first. Tommy Davis at the plate. Davis 0 for 1, 3 for 4 in the series with a 3-run homer. 3-2 Dodgers. The pitch to Tommy Davis. 1-0. And it's a pop-up. Rose has it. And the side is retired. But the Dodgers score 2 and take the lead as we go to the bottom of the third, 3-2. Due up for the 75 Cincinnati Reds, the pitcher Gary Nolan. Then the top of the order, Pete Rose, Joe Morgan. If anyone gets on, Johnny Bench. Todd B says, I loved Wes Parker as Daniel Boone. He did a lot of stuff out in Hollywood. I think, wasn't he married to a actress? So here's Gary Nolan. Drysdale looking to strike out Nolan. Drysdale has struck out 3. Here's the pitch to Nolan. Nolan chokes up on that bat. He swings away. Ground ball hard to the right side. That'll be out number 1. Lefevre ranged over to his right. 1 away. Here's Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose is 1 for 1, 2 for 4 in the series. No homers, no ribbies. Drysdale. The high leg kick and the pitch to Rose. 1-0 again. Rose swings. And that's a base hit up the middle past the dive of Maury Wills. So Pete Rose brought his hitting shoes. Tying run at first and Charlie Hustle. Here's Joe Morgan. Morgan crushed that double to center field. He just missed a 2-run homer. Dodgers go to double play depth as Wills and Lefevre pinch the middle. Parker holding Rose on. We're praying to God they don't hit the ball to Ron Fairley at third. We're going to go a pitch around. We'll see. He's got a great eye, though. Well, we're going to see if he expands the zone. Full count. He's going to walk. Ball 4. He does not expand the zone. Probably shouldn't have done that. So it's first and second now. And here's Johnny Bench. Bench is 0 for 1. He's only 1 for 6 in the series. And his ribby came today on the ground out. Again, double play ball will get them out of the inning. Bench, right-handed pull hitter. The infield will shift left. Outfield straightaway and normal. Drysdale takes a deep breath, grim determination on his face. The windup and the pitch to Johnny Bench. 0-1. Ground ball to Fairley. Oh, my God. They turn 2. Fairley to Lefevre to Parker. And the side is retired. That is the first ball hit to Ron Fairley. And the Ron Fairley experiment at third is still working. Though if we have a lead, he's coming out of the game late. So unbelievable. Ron Fairley all smiles in that Dodger dugout. We go to the top of the fourth. The 66 Dodgers 3. The 75 Reds 2. Dodgers looking to go up 2-0 in this series. Due up, the aforementioned Ron Fairley. Fairley is 0 for 1, 2 for 4 in the series with a ribby. Roseboro and Drysdale to follow. Fairley left-handed batter. Bench goes through the signs. Nolan quickly nods his head. He rocks and deals to Fairley. Fairley swings at the first offering. And he fly ball, shallow left. Foster coming in, makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Johnny Roseboro. He is 0 for the world, 0 for 5. 0 for 1 today, 0 for 5 in the series. And we're going to try something crazy. We're going to try to bunt for a hit. Let's see if we drop one down here. And he does! Come on, run, you slow-footed catcher! Perez has it. He throws to Morgan on the wheel play. And that's 2 down. We did surprise him, but Johnny Roseborough is a slow-footed catcher. So there's 2 outs. Don Drysdale steps to the plate. 0 for 1. Drysdale was a good hitting pitcher. Again, hitting for a pitcher. He was a good hitting pitcher. Gary Nolan nods his head. He deals to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. Drysdale's going to swing the lumber right away. And it's a number in front of the plate. Bench throws to Perez. Drew him off the bag, but Perez goes back to step on it, and the side is retired. Jack Dawson says, so Al, what do you think of the graphics on Action PC Baseball 2020? Graphics, same. You can load your own. I've been loading a lot of the out of the ballpark stadiums into the game. I like it much better. You can load your photos, which is always fun. I think the animation's much more smoother in the 2020 Action PC than the prior games. I love Action PC. I love all my games. But the animation, as you put it, or the graphics, they're basic but fun. You can put your own, the ballpark in there, the photos, and things like that. I think the ballparks, if you can find the ballparks you like, whether a photo or whether an animation like this is, I like to use the out of the ballpark. I like to copy paste the out of the ballpark fields into Action PC. I think it looks sharper than the photos. That's just me, though. And you gotta, when you play your games, regardless of sports or video games or any game, card and dice, board game, play the games you like the way you want to play them. All right, so due up for the Reds here in the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 1. Perez, Foster, and Griffey. Tony Perez is 0 for 4. He walked his first time up. He does have a ribby. Actually, I'm sorry, he had a sac fly, so no official at bat. That's how he got his ribby. Perez, right-handed pull hitter. Dodgers infield shifts left, outfield straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch from Drysdale to Perez. 2-2 count to TP. And he punches the ball the other way. He beats the shift. That's his first hit of the series. Tying run at first. Perez not fleet of foot, though you can see he's a 7-stealer, so he reads the pitcher well. And here's George Foster with one mighty swing. Foster can give the Dodgers a 4-3 lead. Right-handed normal batter. The Reds a 4-3 lead, excuse me. Dodgers go into a double play depth in the infield, straightaway and normal in the outfield. The pitch to the boom man, George Foster. Hard hit ball to Parker. Parker steps on the bag, throws a second, and he almost threw it away. They were going to try to apply the tag there. But it was a high throw. Great job by Maury Wills to bring it down. They do get one out, but Perez is in scoring position now. Parker thought he had time to step on the bag and throw for the tag at second. Obviously, he did not. Probably should have went for the lead runner, but he went the sure out. And here's Ken Griffey Sr. 0 for 4 in the series, 0 for 1 today. Left-handed spray hitter. The pitch to Griffey. 0-1. Punches that ball under the glove of Maury Wills. And they held up Tony Perez at third quite wisely. So Griffey sneaks one through the AstroTurf into left field. So Perez is at third. He's the tying run. Griffey, excellent speed at first, the go-ahead run. And Davey Concepcion, the smooth fielding shortstop at the plate. 0 for 1 today, 2 for 5 in the series with a ribby. He'd like to get a couple more here. Double play ball will get them out of this jam. Infield goes to double play depth with Wills and Lefevre. Outfield straightaway and normal. The pitch to Concepcion. 1-1 count to Davey. Ground ball. Lefevre to Wills, and they can't turn two. The hard slide prevents it. And Perez scores. We're knotted at 3. Great job by Griffey going in hard to Maury Wills. Wills tried to leap over him and just ate the ball. So the Reds playing hard. as always. And here's Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo 0 for 1, 3 for 5 in the series with a ribby. Left-handed pull hitter. Dodgers go hard shift right in the infield. Outfield straightaway. Norma Fairley's over at the shortstop position. Maury Wills just slightly to the right of the second base bag. Jimmy Lefevre on the AstroTurf outfield. The pitch to Geronimo. There's the throw down, the steal, and he is safe. Great jump by Davey Concepcion. And now we're going to have to go hard shift right, cover third base. Or shift right, guard third. So Concepcion's in scoring position with 2 outs. He's going to have those extra steps here on contact. 0-1 count. On deck is Nolan. We're going to go pitcher. We're going to walk Cesar Geronimo with Concepcion in scoring position, and we will face Gary Nolan. So it's a 3-3 ball game. Nolan's 0 for 1. The pitch to Nolan. 1-2 count. He's in the hole. And line shot pass! Wes Parker. Johnson. Oh, my Lord. Johnson really having difficulty out and right. And that's a double. A double for Nolan. We pitched around Cesar Geronimo to get to the pitcher, and Gary Nolan just basically flipped us the bird. It is 4-3 Cincinnati. And here comes Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. He's 2 for 2. Drysdale struggling here. The pitch to Rose. Full count to Charlie Hustle. And that's a shot deep center field. Davis on the run. He leaps. It's over his head. That's going to clear the bases. Rose is in there for 2. And the Reds are now up by 2. By 3, excuse me. 6-3. Cincinnati, they put a 4 spot up on Drysdale. They're going to try to get him through this inning here. But Drysdale has not been bueno, to say the least. Here's Joe Morgan. He's 1 for 1. The pitch to Little Joe. Pitch around. 1-1 count. Fly ball down the line. It's going to hang up there. Davis makes the running catch, and the side is retired. But the Cincinnati Reds of 1975 go into Big Red Machine mode. They strike for 4. 6-3 Reds. Due up for the 66 Dodgers. Wills, Davis, and Lefevre. Gary Nolan helped his own cause with that double. Todd B says, looks as if Parker misplayed that. He was a great fielder. Again, the animation doesn't always match up, but I agree. Because the sim engine's in the background. All right, Maury Wills, 2 for 2, a homer and a ribby in the series, batting .571. The pitch to Maury Wills, 2-1 count. Wills is in the driver's seat here. Ground ball down the line. Perez backhands it, takes it to the bag himself. He wins the foot race. 1 out. Reds fans feeling it. They sense they're going to tie up the series here and take it back to LA 1-1. Here's Willie Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. Bench goes through the signs. Nolan nods his head. The pitch. Full count to Davis. Ground ball to Morgan. Morgan has it over to Perez. Rinse and repeat. 2 down. And here's Jimmy Lefevre. 1 for 2 today. 2 for 7 overall with a ribby. Left-handed pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal for the Dodgers. Nolan and the Reds looking for a 1-2-3 inning and to maintain this 3-run lead. Pitch homeward bound to Jimmy Lefevre. 2-0 count. Lefevre with the green light. He's gripping and ripping. Hard hit ball to Morgan. Morgan ranges to his right. Throws to Perez, and the side is retired. Nolan gets that 1-2-3 inning after the Reds score 4. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 Cincinnati. Due up for the Reds. Bench, Perez, and Foster. Those are some big boom bats. Johnny Bench is 0 for 2. 1 for 7 in the series. Right-handed pull hitter. Dodgers infield will shift left. Outfield straightaway and normal. You can see Lefevre behind the second base bag. The pitch to Bench. 1-1 count to Johnny. Ground ball slowly hit back to the pitcher. And that's out number 1. Nice play by Drysdale. He took his time, set himself through to Parker. And here's Tony Perez. Perez is 1 for 1. He's a sac fly for a ribby. Right-handed pull hitter again, shift left for the Dodgers in the infield. The pitch around to Perez. Will he chase? No, he doesn't, but it catches the inside corner. Roseboro did an excellent job of framing it, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 4. This has not been vintage Don Drysdale, though, as he's given up 6 runs in under 5 innings. So 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the 5th for George Foster. He's 0 for 2 today, 1 for 6 in the series, batting .167. Again, pitch around, 1-0. Foster swings the lumber. Fly ball, shallow, right field line. Johnson makes the running catch, and the side is retired. So Drysdale rebounds from that horrific bottom of the 4th where he gave up 4 runs. I believe it was all with 2 outs, I believe. We go to the top of the 6th. The 75 Reds 6. The 66 Dodgers 3. Dodgers up 1-0 in this best of 7. Reds looking to tie it. Take it back to L.A. Tied at 1. It's Johnson, Parker, and Willie Davis to face Gary Nolan. Nolan 5 innings, no walks, 2 Ks, 3 runs. The pitch to Lou B. Johnson. 1-0. Johnson swings. Fly ball. Right center field, but that's going to hang up there. Geronimo Griffey. Griffey calls off Geronimo. 1 away. Reds fans feeling very confident now. And here's Wes Parker. Todd B. thought he might have misplayed that ball at first. Parker, 1 for 2 today with 2 ribbies. 1 for 7 overall. The pitch to Parker. Full count to Wes Parker. And that ball is launched to the moon and gone! Wes Parker has just pulled the Reds to within 2. It's now 6-4. Boy, did he Daniel boom that ball. To the moon, I say, Alice, to the moon. Bippity-boppity boom for Wes Parker. Boom goes the ball, and Wes Parker touches them all. And that sudden joy for the Reds fans has just gone down a notch. Wow. Let's watch that home run on replay. Wes Parker, fastball, bye-bye. He crushed it. Second crush shot off Nolan. The first one to lead off the game by Maury Wills, which was a shocker. At least Parker did have some pop in his bat. The Dodgers have hit 3 home runs in this series so far, and they're not a home run hitting team. I mean, you know, they're not as putrid an offensive team. They're not a good offensive team, but not as putrid an offensive team as the 68 Cardinals. They were awful, and they made it to the World Series. Again, great pitching, great defense. Well, great pitching. And here's Tommy Davis. 1 out. Davis has a 3-run homer in the series, but he's 0 for 2 today. The pitch to Tommy, 1-2 count. Tommy's in the hole. Nolan looking for a K here. And that shot's a gapper! No! Racing over, making the catch is Griffey in right. And Festus Gerber's in the chat. That is Appa Chatter, I do believe. Howdy, howdy to you, my friend. As Todd B says, look at that launch angle. It was a cannon that Wes Parker hit, making Todd B quite happy. And here's Ron Fairley, our experiment at third base. Is 0 for 2 today. He did have 2 hits and a ribby yesterday. He started a nice double play. The pitch to Fairley, 2-1 count. Fairley's got some boom bat, and that's a base hit up the middle. So Fairley keeps the inning alive, and again, the experiment has worked, knock on wood, pretty well. He has 3 hits in the series in 2 games, or under 2 games. Tying run comes to the plate, and Johnny Roseboro, he is 0 for 6 in the series, 0 for 2 today. He has pretty good contact, but he's just not making the count. You know what? We're going to play unorthodox. We want him to swing the stick. I know there's 2 outs, but we're going to play hit and run, forcing him to swing. And it's a pop-up, and Rose will have... Oh, Rose dropped the ball! Rose dropped the ball! Unbelievable! I don't know if he was distracted by Concepcion coming over, but Rose dropped the ball. Let's watch that again. Holy poop. The Reds fans are in denial right now. Here's the pop-up that should have ended the inning. Now here comes Concepcion. Rose calls him off, and he drops the ball. He drops the ball. So Fairley is at second. The tying run, Johnny Roseboro's at first. You're not going to start your track team with those 2 gents. as Festivus Gerber says, "Go Reds." And here's Don Drysdale, and Don Drysdale is not going to hit. He's given up 6 runs already. Problem is, we got to get someone up in the bullpen. So let's go to our Dodgers substitution. And we're going to go with, they got lefty, righty, lefty coming up. Jimmy Brewer's a lefty, 3.68. Ron Peranowski, 3.18. He's good for 2 innings. Brewer is good for 2 innings, 3.68. Really limited pitching there. Wow, 22 innings. Peranowski. We're going to go with Ron Peranowski. We're going to get him up. And Bob Miller got the save yesterday. And we're going to get Bob Miller up. He's a righty. When Phil Regan couldn't close things out. Try to get Regan to get the 6-out save. Couldn't do it. And now let's look for a pinch hitter. We got Al Ferreira. He had 5 homers, 23 ribbies. Nolan's a righty. Jim Barberi is a lefty. Limited at-bats, but he batted .280. Dick Stewart, Dr. Strangeglove. We might go to Dick Stewart, Dr. Strangeglove. Just take a look at the ratings here. Righty, lefty, same thing. Actually, a little more. Has a better eye against lefties. Let's go back. Let's look at Al Ferreira. Yeah, he's better against lefties. And let's look at Barberi. We put the faith in Dr. Strangeglove. Schofield. Gilliam. Gilliam's a 5. Look at Gilliam. 5, 4. Contact. Okay. Nate Oliver's awful. Gilliam 217. Stewart, what was he? 264. Dick Stewart grabs a bat. We're going with Dick Stewart in the home run pop. Drysdale's day is done. He can only lose it. He can't win it. Can the Dodgers get him off the hook? Here's Dick Stewart. And Stewart, those are in his career, 3,946 at-bats, 265 average, 227 homers, 739 ribbies. He actually had 2 tremendous seasons for the Red Sox in 64 and 65. So here's Dick Stewart in first plate appearance in this series in 1966. 91 at-bats, 3 homers, 9 ribbies, 264 batting average. Average power, average contact, average eye against right-handed pitching. 2 outs, 2 on. Tying run is Johnny Roseborough at first. Fairley's at second. Go-ahead run in Dick Stewart. Can he launch one? Nolan deals to Dr. Strangeglove. 1-0. Stewart ready to grip and rip. Ground ball to third. Rose has it. Throws to Morgan. He almost throws it away. Little Joe Morgan goes high in the air. Comes down on the bag. And they just get the force out. Oh, my God. He's giving Reds fans agita, Pete Rose. But the Dodgers are only able to score 1 on the Wes Parker bippity-boppity-boom. They've now made it 6-4. We have to bring a pitcher in the game. And we're going to go with Ron Peranowski because we got lefty, righty, lefty. So Ron Peranowski will come in the game. Stewart, pinch hitting. He's done for the day. And Bob Miller will sit. So here's Ron Peranowski in 1966. 6 wins, 7 losses, 7 saves in 82 innings. Struck out 50, walked 31, 3.18 earned run average. He faces Ken Griffey Sr. He's 1 for 2 today. Lefty-lefty matchup. Roseboro sets the target. Peronowski's ready. The pitch to Griffey. 0-1. Griffey's going to swing the stick. And base hit left center field. So Peronowski is treated quite rudely. And here's Davey Concepcion. He's 0 for 2 with a ribby. Griffey, tremendous speed and stealing ability at first base. Parker to hold him on. Double play depth for the Dodgers in the infield. Peronowski throws over to first. Griffey, low throw. Nice job by Parker to pick that out of the dirt and apply the tag. Thrice-A-Roni, a card collecting treat. Check out that wonderful channel, our good friend Thrice-A-Roni. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. There, they got him! Griffey has gunned down Roseboro. Perfect throw. And you are out, Mr. Ken Griffey Sr. Go grab some pine, 1 out. That's a huge play. Roseboro not doing it with a stick. He sure did it with his arm there. So 1 out, base is empty. 1-0 count to Concepcion. Peronowski rocks and deals. Full count now. Fly ball. Deep left field. Davis going back. And he makes the catch at the track. So Concepcion just got under that one. 2 out. 6-4 Reds. Bottom of the 6th. It's been a slugfest so far. And here's Cesar Geronimo. 3 for 5 over on the series with the ribby. 0 for 1 today. The pitch to Cesar. Swings quickly. Fly ball. That's carrying. Right center field. And Willie Davis makes the catch. Or Tommy Davis. Willie or Tommy. I get them mixed up. And the side is retired. That was Willie Davis. Go to the top of the 7th. Reds 9 outs away from tying the series at 1. Dodgers down by 2. Top of the order, Maury Wills, Willie Davis, and Jimmy Lefevre. Gary Nolan still up on the bump. He gave up a homer to Wes Parker in the last inning. Here's Maury Wills. He had a leadoff homer. The pitch to Maury Wills. You want to keep him off the base paths. 1-2 count to Wills. And Wills! That's a gapper! Right center field. Can Wills turn this into a triple? He's heading to second. Cesar Geronimo won't get there. Griffey gets there. And they hold up Maury Wills. They hold him up at second. Wills wanted to go, it seemed to me. But that's a leadoff double. Tying run comes to the plate and Willie Davis. Davis, not really bueno on the sac bunt. 1 for 3 today. 3 for 7 in the series. No ribbies, no homers. Again, very good contact. Below average power, and he will chase. Come on, Willie Davis, if you're a Dodgers fan. I'm a Dodgers fan tonight because I am managing them. Nolan is in a pickle here. I don't know how long Sparky's going to go with him. Captain Hook has not had a quick hook in this series. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis. Davis swings right away. Base hit to left. Wills hits third there, and he holds him up wisely. Don't want to run into an out at the plate. Runners on the corners. Here come the Dodgers, and here comes Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre's 1 for 3 today, 2 for 8 in the series with the ribbies, batting .250. They stick with Gary Nolan. Sometimes the Sims engines are quite crazy. Wills at third, Davis at first, both with excellent speed. The pitch to Jimmy Lefevre, 2-2 count to Lefevre. Ground ball to Perez. Perez flips to the pitcher covering the bag. Wills scores, and the Dodgers have pulled it within 1. It's now 6-5. The tying run in scoring position. Willie Davis. Lefevre picks up a ribby. And here's Lou B. Johnson. He's 0 for 2 today, 2 for 7 in the series with an RBI. Again, they stick with Nolan. Bench goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Full count to Lou B. Johnson. Ground ball. Perez has it. Tosses again to Nolan covering the bag. 2 down. Advancing to third is Willie Davis. Tying run 90 feet away. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Reds hanging on to this 1-run lead. Clinging to dear life. Off the cliff of this mountain. They don't want to go down 2-0 and back to L.A. Here's Wes Parker. He homered his last time up. He's 2 for 3 today with 3 ribbies. Overall, 2 for 8. A homer and 3 ribbies. The pitch to Parker. 2-2 count to Wes. Swing and a miss. as that was a fastball down and away. The Dodgers score 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 6-5 Cincinnati, and Dan Drysdale will now pinch hit. So Gary Nolan's day is done, and Reds fans are probably ecstatic about that. But he does leave with the lead. Peranowski back up on the bump after taking over for an ineffective Don Drysdale in the 6th. So Dan Drysdale's the pinch hitter. He was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter yesterday. Drysdale in 1975 batted .386 in 210 at-bats, 7 homers, 281, 386 was his on-base percentage. 281 average, 38 ribbies, 7 home runs. Left-handed spray hitter. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Peranowski deals to Drysdale. 3-0 count. Oh boy, Peranowski. And Drysdale swings, charging from short as Wills. He fires a strike to Parker, 1 down. Wow, they gave Drysdale the green light. Or did he swing on his own? I think he swung on his own. Sparky Anderson does not look too thrilled in that dugout. And here comes Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. He has had an adventure at third base. He's 3 for 3 today, 4 for 6 overall with 2 ribbies. The ribbies came today. He's batting .667. He now bats righty off the left-handed throwing Peranowski. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. 2-1 count for Rose. He's in the driver's seat. They come inside, and Rose just smacks that ball up the middle. He is a hitting machine. So Pete Rose is at first with 1 out. And here's little Joe Morgan, 1 for 2. He's doubled. 1 for 7 overall with a ribby. He just missed a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 1st. Lefty-lefty matchup. Peranowski throws over to first. They got Rose leaning! Safe! Oh boy, Wes Parker thought they lit him up. They played charge here in Cincinnati. 6-5 Reds. 1 out, 1 on. The windup and the pitch to little Joe Morgan. 1-0. Morgan, fly ball! That's a gapper! That's a gapper! Left center field. Willie Davis chases it down. They're going to wave Rose. They're going to wave Rose. Here's the relay throw to Roseboro. And safe! Pete Rose is in there just ahead of the tag of Johnny Roseboro, and it's now 7-5. That is a huge insurance run. Second double for little Joe Morgan. Let's give you that replay. There you go, left center field. He just blooped it out there, but no one was there. And Rose scores all the way from first as Joe Morgan trying to apply another nail in the Dodgers' coffin here in Game 2 as the Reds try to tie the series up. They're now up 7-5. Morgan is at second. Here comes Johnny Bench. The pitch to Bench. 0-2 Bench is in the hole. Pops it up. And Lefevre calls off Maury Wills. Makes the catch near the second base bag. 2 down. And here's Tony Perez. Foster's on deck. Peranowski rubbing the baseball up. Now he's back up on the bump. Toes the rubber. Picks up the sign from Roseboro. Perez a pull hitter, though he beat the shift last time. We're not going to shift this time. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez. Morgan will be off on contact. 1-1 count. Perez goes the other way again, and Johnson makes the running catch and right. The side is retired, but the Reds get that ever-important insurance run. We go to the top of the 8th. The 75 Reds 7, the 66 Dodgers 5. Dodgers lead the series 1-0. Reds looking to tie it up before they go back to La La Land. And now Raleigh Eastwick, the closer, comes in for the 6-out save. Eastwick pitched an inning and a third in yesterday's ball game. Gave up 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 1. Overall, Raleigh Eastwick in 1975, 5-3 with 22 saves, striking out 61, walking 25 with a 2.6 earned run average. He'll face Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Johnny Roseboro. Tommy Davis is 0 for 3. The pitch to Tommy. 2-2 count to Davis. Eastwick looking for a strikeout here. And hard hit ball past the dive of Rose into left field. Tying run will come to the plate in Ron Fairley. Fairley is 1 for 3 today. The experiment at third has worked quite well. He's 3 for 6 overall with a ribby and started a double play ball. D. Scott Howard's at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? How are the goats? Check out his wonderful channel. Fairley digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Eastwick hoping for the double play ball. Perez holding on Tommy Davis. Below average speed, but solid base stealing ability. Gets a good read off the pitcher. Eastwick's ready to work. He deals to Ron Fairley. Fairley swings at the first offering. Slowly hit ball to Eastwick. Eastwick goes to second. Back to first. Did they turn two? No! Concepcion couldn't get enough on that throw. They do get the lead runner in Davis. So there's one out, and Fairley's at first. Here's Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro is 0 for 7. Paranowski's on deck. He's not going to hit. We're going to get Miller back up. Miller gets back up. Joe Moeller will get up. They're both righties. Who do they got coming up? They got lefty. You're going to get Jimmy Brewer up. So Miller, Bob L. Miller, the righty, Jim Brewer, the lefty, get up in the pen. And now do we want to go to a pinch hitter? I think we do. So they have the lefty. No, Eastwick's a righty. So we're going to go lefty, Jim Barberry, will pinch hit for Johnny Roseboro. And Jeff Torberg will come in to do the catching. As Roseboro does not have a hit. D. Scott Howard says, next GOAT sitting duty coming at the end of February. They have moved to new digs. Oh, cool. And Uncle Dave Gardner's in the chat. Dave Gardner, check out that wonderful channel. He says, let's go Mets. Also, check out Digital Dice with Uncle Dave Gardner and Uncle Ron Juckett. Absolutely wonderful. Best podcast on YouTube when it comes to talking about card and dice or what games you play. Also, it is a podcast on the thing you podcast on, which I can't remember. Can't remember. And hockeytournaments.com for all your hockey needs in Massachusetts, New England, the United States of America, or elsewhere. Hockeytournaments.com. Spotify. I believe it's Spotify. They podcast on Spotify, I think it's called. All right, here's Jim Barberry. And he wants to go bippity-boppity-boom, though he doesn't have much power. Barberry, again, we looked at his numbers. 280, 3 ribbies, and 82 at-bats. He's a left-handed batter. Fairley's at first. Here's the pitch to Barberry. 1 ball, no strikes. Barberry grounds it back to Eastwick. Eastwick goes to Morgan. Fires back to Perez. Safe. So Barberry hustling all the way down the line. Avoids the double play. But again, they get the lead runner. There's 2 outs. And here's Ron Paranowski. He is not going to bat. The wheels keep on churning in that Dodger dugout. So it's either going to be Miller or Brewer coming in. They continue to warm. And now we're going to go to Al Ferreira to pinch hit for Paranowski. 3rd pinch hitter for the Dodgers. And Al Ferreira in 1966. 270, 5 homers, 23 ribbies. Can Al Ferreira jack one out of the ballpark and tie this ball game up? Barberry is at first. That's one Paisan. And the other Paisan's at the plate. The pitch to Ferreira. 0-1 to Big Al. And that ball is lifted left center field. Geronimo makes the running catch, and the side is retired. The pinch hitters can't do their job. As Dave Gardner says, it's Spreaker.com. I said Spotify, I think, by accident. It is Spreaker.com for the best podcast out there. Digital to Dice. And now we need a pitcher and a catcher. So Jeff Torberg will come in to do the catching. And he'll bat 8th. He will catch. And they have righty, lefty, righty, lefty. Who do we have more faith in? They continue to warm. Bob Miller, 277. Jim Brewer. We're going to go Bob Miller. So Bob Miller will come in to pitch. He had the save in game 1. 1-out save as Regan couldn't do. He got 5 outs, though. And started to struggle mightily. So it is Bob Miller's job to keep it a 2-run deficit. 7-5, bottom of the 8th. Reds 3 outs away. from a 1-1 tie in games and heading back to La La Land. All nodded at 1. Brewer will sit down. So it's Miller to face Foster. Miller, 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 saves, 2.77 earned run average, striking out 58, walking 29. He's going to try to make Foster expand the zone. Jeff Torborg's the new catcher. 6 defense, 6 arm. Here's the pitch to Foster. Looking to hit the back of the plate, inside or outside. 3-1 count. He's going to walk him. No! Foster swings, base hit, past the dive of Lefevre. So Foster does expand the zone, but he smacks it past the dive of Lefevre into center field. And now bring up Ken Griffey Sr. Dodgers move to double play depth up the middle with Maury Wills and Jimmy Lefevre. Bob Miller looks in at Torborg. This is a whole new battery for the 66 Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Griffey Sr. Another 3-0 count, and Griffey walks. Oh, my God. Reds fans are giddy as schoolgirls. Larry Harris says, come on, Reds! He wants them to hold on and not the series. And Jim Brewer gets back up. And Joe Moeller. There's going to be an off day. So we should have a rested bullpen. Here's Davey Concepcion. No one out. 2 on. 7-5 Reds. The pitch to Davey. Ground ball. Right side. Lefevre to Wills. Back to Parker. Just like you draw it up. 4-6-3. Pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1, advancing to third base is Foster, but now there's 2 outs. So Miller bear down there as Brewer and Moeller continue to warm in that Dodger bullpen. Here comes Cesar Geronimo. Eastwick is on deck. They're not going to take their closer out. And we're just going to... We're going to hit Cesar Geronimo. Oh, plants that right in the back. Planted him right in the back. Why waste 4 pitches? And Miller's like, a ball slipped out of my hand. So the Dodgers sending a message on these 7 runs right here. They're not quite happy with it. Bob Miller trying to rev up the team. Look at that flat top there. Looks like a psychopath. Though I do enjoy a good flat top. Howie Long had a good flat top. All right, Geronimo's at first. I'm assuming he might steal. They throw over. Ooh, they almost got him. Low throw. Parker applied the tag. All right, here's the pitch to Eastwick. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. And Miller looks at Cesar Geronimo. They bark at each other, and they're not very pleasant. I don't think it was a lot of Christmas cheer there. So the Dodgers, 3 outs. They have to score 2 runs or more to extend this game. The Reds looking for 3 outs from Raleigh Eastwick. It's going to be the top of this Dodger order. Maury Wills, who is 3 for 4 today, including a leadoff solo blast. Overall, 5 for 9, batting .556, a homer and a ribby. Followed by Willie Davis and Jimmy Lefevre. If anyone gets on, Lou B. Johnson. This is who the Dodgers want up. Todd B says, where's Skip Lockwood when you need him? Well, Lockwood has been, I've been playing a lot of those Mets games offline. Skip Lockwood's come back down to earth. We're still over 500. We need 2 more wins to get to, or is it 1? We need 1 more win to get to 60, which is what they actually had. And we're only in mid-August now? Late August? Mid-August, I'll say. So we should surpass their 60 win total unless we go on a horrific losing streak. All right, here's Maury Wills. Eastwick deals to Maury Wills. 1-1 count to Maury. He's got to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. And it's a pop-up. Rose, Concepcion, bench. And Rose calls everybody off. And everyone holds their breath. We saw him drop a ball at third before, but he makes the catch there. Big smiles on Pete Rose. Fans give him applause. 1 out. Reds 2 outs away from tying this series up. And here's Willie Davis. Davis is 2 for 4, 4 for 8 in the series. No ribbies, no homers. The pitch from Eastwick to Willie Davis. Full count to Willie Davis. Can he get on to bring the tying run to the plate? That is a shot down the right field line. It's going to be in there. Wow, that looked foul, but it's a fair ball, I guess. And let's just look at the animation on that because, again, the animation sometimes doesn't matter. Let's see this. There's the ball down the line. Looks foul to me. But anyway, we'll take it. Controversy here in Cincinnati. So Willie Davis, the tying run at first, and here comes Jimmy Lefebvre. He's 1 for 4 with a ribby. Davis, an excellent base stealer, but Bench has a cannon for an arm. The pitch to Lefebvre. Can he tie it up on the 2-1 count? And line shot past Concepcion. Davis hits second on. Ooh, wisely goes back. Cesar Geronimo throws a strike to Pete Rose. And the Dodgers are not. And here comes mean old Pedro Bourbon. Pedro Bourbon is now given the task of getting these last 2 outs and getting the Reds even in this series. Pedro Bourbon. Vote for Pedro. In 1975, 9-5 with 5 saves, 2.95. He struck out 29 but walked 21. Quality of pitches, well, not so bueno, but movement and control, excellent. Todd B says, one over the bag, fair, LOL. Again, the animation sometimes does not match up. And here's Lou B. Johnson, Wes Parker on deck. Bourbon hoping for the double play ball that will end it. Johnson 0 for 3, 2 for 8 in the series with a ribby. And he's going to take the pitch from Bourbon. He checks his swing. Ball 1. So now Bourbon under a little pressure here. And they're going to give Johnson the green light. 2-1 count. Johnson, base hit up the middle! Past the diver, Concepcion! And we have the bases juiced for Wes Parker! Daniel Boone will come to the plate! It is Wes Parker. Parker 2 for 4 today with 3 ribbies. He had a solo blast back in the top of the 6th. Oh my lord, it's gotten quite quiet here in Cincinnati at Riverfront Stadium. Bourbon rubbing up that baseball. Bench imploring him. We got to do it, Pedro. Now back behind the plate, so it's Wes Parker. Parker, a left-handed pull hitter. Infield, outfield, straight away and normal. Double play ball ends the game. Davis at third. Lefebvre at second represents the tying run. Lou B. Johnson at first, the go-ahead run. Wes Parker at the plate, a huge insurance run. Can he go grand salami? Bourbon deals to Parker. It's a full count. Will he walk in the run? Line shot to Rose! What a play by Pete Rose! Quickly getting back to third is Willie Davis. So Pete Rose, the man who dropped the pop-up. Oh, it's Doug Flynn. Doug Flynn. Okay, so Pete Rose, they took him out of the game. He's shaky at third, though they would never take Pete Rose out of the game. Doug Flynn makes the play wisely. If Pete Rose was there, we had a tie ball game. So Sparky Anderson, Pedro Bourbon needs one more out now. Base is still juiced, and here's Tommy Davis. Davis 1 for 4 today. He's 4 for 7 overall with a homer and a 3-run homer. Again, Willie Davis at third. Lefebvre, the tying run at second. And Lou B. Johnson, the go-ahead run at first. And he's a good speed and extra steps with 2 outs on contact. Bourbon needs one more out. 7-5. It's, again, a nail-biter here, just like in Game 1. The pitch to Tommy Davis. He's going to swing at the first offering. And that ball is hit to center. Geronimo makes the catch. And the Reds have knotted this series at 1 with a 7-5 victory. Another wild one in this forgotten rivalry between the 66 Dodgers and the 75 Reds. Oh my God, we've played 2. When you try to want to say, oh my Lord, and you have God stuck in your head, it comes out, oh my Gord. That's why that was said. We've had 2 wet, wild, and woolly games in this series. Both 2-run victories, the first one for the Dodgers, and the second one for the Reds, as we just witnessed, 7-5. Wow, this is going to be a fun series. Off day tomorrow with this. Might play something else. And it's New Year's Eve, so happy New Year to everyone. We might do a chat with Al as we did last year. I don't know. It's been a long time since we've done a chat with Al. Nurse Teresa will probably join us on that. She'll be live in studio. So, wow, the Reds do it. And I appreciate everyone who stuck with us. We had to go help Dad out a few times. So, again, if you're watching this on delay and you made it this far, you know. But again, if you ever watch something of anyone's videos and they you know, all you have to do if you're watching on demand, whether my videos or anyone else's videos, if there's a delay in a live broadcast, you know, you just move forward till you hear them talking again. That's all you do, if you want. So a fun game. Let's see who the player of the game is. Pete Rose, even though he dropped the pop-up at third. We'll tell you why. 4 for 4 at the plate, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies. Player of the game, he's now hitting .714 in this series. Go to the pitching. Drysdale takes the loss. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. All of them earned 2 walks, 4 Ks. Not bueno. Peranowski, again, 2 innings. He only gave up 1 run, but he was shaky. 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned. No walks, no Ks. And Miller, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Miller had the save in Game 1. Kept it close here in Game 2. For Gary Nolan, he picks up the win, and he didn't pitch bueno. 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, they were all earned. Walked none, struck out 3, gave up 2 homers, Wills and Wes Parker. Eastwick got the hold. He couldn't get the 6-out save. He went an inning and a third, and he struggled in the top of the 9th. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. Pedro Barbone, Doug Flynn at third. That line shot, the great catch he made at third. So Barbone got the save, and that was a shaky save. Bases juiced, and he somehow got out of it. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. D. Scott Howard says, great call, Al. Happy New Year to everybody. Todd B., thanks. Very entertaining. Festus Gerber, good game. Thanks, Al. Thank you. Thank everyone in the chat. This is what we do. It's a community. We have fun. Check out all the wonderful content creators. I'm not going to go through. I'm going to leave the box score up here for everyone to look at it. The Dodgers in defeat had 41 at-bats, 5 runs, 13 hits, 5 ribbies, no walks, 3 Ks, 20. That's not accurate because that's how many. The Dodgers left 8 runners on base. And the Reds left 5 runners on base. Pete Rose, you can see that, 4 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies. What the hell, we'll do the box score. Maury Wills, 3 for 5, 3 runs scored. He had a solo blast, a gust of wind. It was a crush shot, too. He's batting .500 in this series. 1 homer, 1 ribby. Willie Davis, 3 for 5 with a run scored. He's batting .556. No homers, no ribbies. Jimmy Lefevre, 2 for 5. The Dodgers have scored runs. It's been the pitching, which is shocking. And a ribby. So he's batting .300 with 2 RBIs. Lou B. Johnson, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. And he's batting .333 with a ribby, no homers. Wes Parker, 2 for 5, a run scored, 3 ribbies. He knocked all 3 of them in today with a strikeout, batting .200. Tommy Davis, 1 for 5. He's now batting .500 with a home run and 3 runs knocked in. Fairley, 1 for 4. The Ron Fairley experiment at thirds worked out quite well. He turned a double play. He's only had 1 ball hit to him, and he turned it into a double play. He's batting .429. Roseburrow's been god-awful. He's 0 for 3. He's hitless. Baberi, Torborg, caught, did not hit. Baberi, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Drysdale was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Dick Stewart, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Peranowski, pitch, did not hit. Ferreira, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. And Miller, pitch, did not hit. For the Reds, Pete Rose, player of the game, 4 for 4. 4 for 4. Say that 52 times fast. 2 runs, 2 ribbies. Now batting and it .714 with 2 ribbies. Merv Redeman went into play right field. I missed that. Morgan was 2 for 3, a run scored, a ribby, and a walk. He's batting .250. He has 2 runs knocked in. Bench struggles continue. 0 for 4 with a ribby on a ground ball. He's batting .111. If he heats up, the Reds are really going to get going. Perez, 1 for 3, a run scored, a ribby, a strikeout. He's batting .143. Foster, 1 for 4, .250, no homers, no ribbies. Ken Griffey Sr., 2 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. He's batting .333. Flynn came in to play third, made that great play. Concepcion, 0 for 4 with a run scored, a ribby, and a strikeout. Now batting .250 with 2 ribbies. Cesar Geronimo, 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk and a strikeout. He's batting .500. Gary Nolan was 1 for 2. He doubled in a run. Dreesen, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1, 0 for 2 in the series as a pinch hitter. Eastwick, 0 for 1, struck out. And Barbone pitched and not hit. So, another exciting game. Reds tied up the series with a 7-5 victory in Game 2. Nolan the win. Drysdale the loss. Eastwick with the hold. Barbone with the save. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Health and happiness. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Love you all.